Gabrielle here. I'm doing day 47. Blog title is Drowning Myself in Beauty Pictures. So within this point, looking more into how I've been existing within my life, this is one of the primary points that I have seen within my process that I have been continually defining myself by, enslaving myself within, and judging myself by is beauty and the beauty system. And obviously this has been programmed throughout my life, throughout living in this world because of the media and magazines, movies, TV. Everything is pictures. We see pictures everywhere. And on those pictures, especially, the mainstream entertainment type pictures, it's always, very attractive looking people. And I've done a few blogs in the past on this point, so I'm kind of digging more deep into why I am still existing within this point, why I've been existing within this point of defining myself so much by pictures and defining life by beauty. And it's based on, I saw within the self-forgiveness, it was based on survival. So much of our world is based on what you look like, and people are going to accept you or not accept you based on what you look like. Obviously this isn't the case for every situation, every person, but generally the consensus or the assessment of someone is based on their look initially. Especially with myself, this is how I see it pretty much. I've seen it within my life, and it's always been a point of either being attracted to them or repelled by someone based on if they were cute. Like, for instance, in school, growing up, there was always a boy in my class that I was keen on and liked, and he was the cute boy, the cutest boy in the class, the one I was most attracted to. And the boys that weren't so attractive, kind of, say, nerdy looking, you don't pay attention to them, you don't go in and try to see what they are as beings, but, you just kind of, as myself, obviously this wasn't the case for every situation, but, generally this is how I view people. I either view them as, okay, let's see what they're like, let's talk to them because I'm attracted to them, I like them, they're cute, or no, I'm not gonna go see them, I'm not gonna go interact with them because, they're not cute and they're not stimulating my mind, I guess, stimulating my self-interest, desire. So again, looking at that point, it's based on self-interest. What am I going to get out of the situation? I want to be stimulated within each person that I meet. I want to see a pretty picture, and this also I saw within the self-forgiveness, it was stemmed on being attracted to men who are very attractive, and seeing this within a point of survival because being with that man that is super attractive, then he has a high potential to get a good job because, looks is, people are just drawn to people that look good. And within this world, unfortunately, people who are good looking have a better chance at getting jobs, have a better chance at have more opportunity, so to speak, to move through life. There's documentaries and stuff on this about like beauty and actually looking at the other side of the people that are this like super attractive and how they see life and how they see themselves as kind of only being seen as a beautiful picture and never being like considered like the blonde, like the dumb blondes, only seeing blondes as stupid people because they've always gotten attention, they've always gotten opportunities because they're pretty, like the blonde women. And so it's the same. It's kind of interesting to see that point of how they see life, kind of the opposite polarity of this play out of having all the attention in this world and actually not being considered and not being seen in a real way because they're only being seen by a picture. So, within this point of beauty, on both spectrums, seeing someone as ugly or seeing someone as beautiful, it's not in equilibrium because who we are isn't pictures. It doesn't have anything to do with real living, real life, practical living here in the physical. To actually be able to live, we don't need to be, being beautiful, being ugly, being a picture. It has nothing to do with breathing, living, learning and growing within yourself. So, realizing within this point that, beauty is not something that, it's an idea within myself. It's not real. Meaning that it doesn't define any point of life. It's not, it doesn't have any relevance really because there's always a being behind that picture. There's always life there. And what matters is that life. What matters is living that life equal and one to you, treating that life equal and one to you. And also realizing this point that how you treat others in this world, how you interact with others, you are going to get that in return. And this happened to me in an actual physical way where when I was younger, I used to make fun of kids. One of my neighbors was mentally retarded, and we always had like behind the back jokes about her and always made fun of her. We were young kids, that's no excuse, but so within myself, eventually I lived out that point where I was made fun of in school, and I literally had that experience of being the butt of jokes, being humiliated in front of others, being called names and, embarrassed, and all those points that come up when you're not part of the group, you're an outcast. And I faced that in the physical, and that's made me realize so many points within life, and how unnecessary this point of judging life based on what we look like. I mean, it's just creating so much unnecessary abuse, so much unnecessary separation. So it's continually stopping this point of judgment and interacting with the life one and equal as myself, how I would want to be treated, continually stopping the thoughts that come through, the judgments, and walking myself in the physical to equalize myself with every being that I have ever judged in my world. And using the tools of self-forgiveness, self-application, self-change, writing, self-honesty to continue to walk all the points I see that I'm judging and separating myself from, especially in this point of beauty. So as of now, I just see it as a point that I need to continually just stop judging life, become here as breath, and stop defining myself as within beauty. So I've been walking that since I've been doing these blogs, stopping judging myself in the mirror, and in these vlogs and stuff like that. So just continually to push this point until I'm here and I don't have any energy, movement of judgment, but see life here one and equal. It's a process, so it has to be walked in. So that's what I'm walking. Stopping the system of beauty, stopping polarities of ugly, beautiful, stopping judging life within polarities, realizing that who I am here is one and equal with every being that I meet, no matter who they are, what they look like. We're equal, we're one, we're life here. That's what's real. Life here, living. And equalizing myself to this life so we can be free here and not be existing within our minds in separation, causing abuse to each other. Stopping the abuse has to be done. So, investigate destiny, investigate these journey to life blogs that are being written. Investigate, starting your process and stopping the abuse that is existent within each one. I mean, we're existing within abuse. Every time we think about a judgment of another, it's an extensive, intricate process. So it's best to, investigate it and see what it's about if you haven't. Desteni.org is the site. And thanks for watching. Enjoy.